Hey, we are back here on Radio Row. It's a Friday, and look at this, unscheduled guest. I love these. It is the former St. Louis Rams Hall of Famer, Aeneas Williams. Aeneas, man, thank you so much for jumping on with us.
My pleasure, man. I see the shirt. You have a big heart. St. Louis, one of the best.
Hold that shirt up. Hold that shirt up in front of the camera. We need Aeneas Williams holding that shirt up in front of the camera. Look at that.
Right?
Yes.
One of the most philanthropic places I've ever been, and great human beings. Glad to be on with you.
Speaking of great human beings, last night a guy that you played for got the call into the Hall of Fame, Dick Vermeil.
Well, I didn't play for Dick, but I played with the guys that Dick put together, with Torrey and all those guys. I can tell you this, even though I didn't play for Dick Vermeil, those guys' stories and how he impacted their lives. And when I got to the Rams a couple of years later, when Coach Martz was the head coach, I felt like I knew him because of the stories that these guys had told me about him.
We were talking about this earlier with we were driving to the dynasty, or the dynasty that could have been,
right,
with the greatest show on turf, with those years there. And you look back, and I don't know, is it similar with like the Chiefs right now with what they had? I mean, right now four AFC championship games the past 4 years,
right,
but right now one Super Bowl, and
right,
they're not in the game
right
this year for that. And you just look back, and I mean, just is there a lot of what could have been? Is there a lot of thinking back as to what those final years could have looked like?
No, it's man, it's a hard game, man. It's hard. I mean, you have these anomalies where the Patriots get 6, Tom gets 7 as a quarterback. But think about how many of those games came down to a field goal, right?
Yeah.
So it's not easy. People take players off your roster, and that's one of the things the NFL likes is parity. That's the great thing about it, right? So I don't look back with regrets. I look back as to, I'm so glad we had that period of time, and for the fan base to have that window of time of that amazing team, similar to what we're seeing with Kansas City.
Yeah, the Tom Brady stuff. It's been so crazy in St. Louis because there is that hatred for the Rams right now and the organization that a few weeks ago the city of St. Louis was cheering for Tom Brady to win.
Yeah, exactly. Now I know Randy Carrington wasn't doing it, so let's make sure we get that straight.
I don't. Ben, was Randy? Who was he going for in that game? In the Bucks Rams game, who was Randy?
He was ready to jump off the bridge.
Yeah. So, because I know how he feels about New England and Tom Brady, so it didn't happen in the Rams situation, but it's these business decisions that are made, man, the heartbreak for people that are passionate. But what I can say, being here in Los Angeles, and living in St. Louis, the fan base there is one of the best that I've ever been around, and supported the team when there was we had the greatest show on turf that period of 5-6 years maybe, but it was like another 10 years of perennial losers, but yet they were still supported as a fan base.
And just how you saw the issue in the NFC Championship game with the 49ers coming down to LA for that. That never would have happened in St. Louis, getting an opposing fan base taken over during a playoff run.
Correct. And one of the things, they don't have yet the organic fan base. You have adults that have to pay the money. But just like Arizona Cardinals, and man, get this, I played on both teams that left St. Louis, right? And seeing that initially when you first move Phoenix, the Cardinals, it has to start with the kids, where they're growing up with that fan as kids, and then now you have a organic fan base similar to what you see here. But make no mistake about it, my heart disappointment to the fans back there. I always think about it, and I live there, so it's just one of the unfortunate things about business.
I know we got to get going. I know you're making the rounds this morning, but you're here today talking about your ministry.
Yes, the Spirit Church, right? We're in Northwest Plaza, redevelopment, amazing group, 2 services on Sundays, 9 and 11. You can also watch our services online and follow me on social media, Aeneas 35.
How many more years does Torrey have to wait before he gets into the Hall of Fame?
It's in a year. It's in a year.
We will wait. We'll talk to you in future Super Bowls, Aeneas. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
At Western Illinois University, limits are meant to be pushed. Because the best change happens when people think in new and unexpected ways. At WIU, you'll experience a world where your presence matters, where your ideas take flight, and your determination opens the door to possibility. At WIU, we create a world that's brand new.